good afternoon. So here at Psychotech Labs today, we're going to replace that variable air gap capacitor right there. Okay. Now, we happen to have over there a parts Maverick 250. And you'll never guess what this little knobby has underneath it. That's right. The exact variable air gap capacitor that I need for that right there. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to swap out that plate tune and I don't know, maybe do some more stuff. We'll just see how long that takes. Catch me later. Okay, so the part on the left, the one I pulled out of the Maverick 250, it's like brand new after I cleaned and serviced it. The one on the right, the icky dirty one, yeah. So why did we need to replace this one? Alright. You see that fin right there? That fin's like toast. You'll notice these fins are all lined up and nice and tight. So that's what we're putting in right now. Catch up with me later. Okay, the replacement part has been replaced. Right. So we have the original knob that was missing. Now if you look at this knob here, you see that's an original knob. You see that big gap there? It did not come from the factory that way. This knob will not push on all the way. That means this has already been replaced once. Geez, I wonder why. Okay, moving right along. Catch up with me later. Okay, we have put the new plate variable air gap capacitor in. It's all soldered in and ready to go. Now let's talk about fans. I know you guys are going, come on, Unit 1. Everybody knows what fans are, what they do, and how they work. Or do you? God, no, not a lecture on fans. Okay. All different kinds of fans. Some are ugly, some are pretty. That's butt ugly, not very efficient. Okay, what that does is just blow, I mean more like blast, cold air onto the first tubes that it hits. And it's like an inch and a half away from the tubes. So we're redoing that. We're going with a one of these big fans right here for the main final stage, and the little fan that's going in the driver stage. Okay, this part right here is a big porcelain dropping resistor. It's made for load, conducts heat, blah 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 blah. So what we're doing, we don't want to blast cold air onto the final tubes. We want to blow gentle air across the final tubes so we're not overcooling the first two or the first four tubes. We don't want them cold, super cold, so every time you key, then you have to wait for those tubes to warm up. You know, we want a stable unit. So we want the tubes to be pretty much as evenly cooled as possible. So this dropping resistor is going to slow the fan speed down to 50%, more or less. Maybe not quite 50, but close. That's going to do two things. It's going to reduce the airflow, so we're not going to overcool the first 2 to 4 tubes in the final stage. It's going to make it quieter too. I know all you CBers love having those super high cooling fans from the computers in your stuff. So you turn it on, it goes whee! It drives everybody nuts because that's all they can hear when you key, and they can't hear you. Psychotech Labs don't roll that way. I spent years working on computers, building gaming computers and stuff. Yeah, when you're gaming, you didn't want to have a bunch of fan noise, but you need a lot of cooling. So we're just going to apply what we learn. So that's where we're at right now. We're going to be wiring and mounting fans. Yeah. Catch me later. Okay. We got the fans roughed in. They're glued in. Just waiting for the adhesive to set up. This adhesive works great. Never had it come undone. Should be good for years and years and years of service. That's how I do it to my shit. So it's good enough for my shit. It's good enough for everybody else's, right? Right. Alright. That's it for today at Psychotech Labs, the P500 project. We got the plate load capacitor replaced. We got the fans mounted. Got the dropping resistor mounted. So there's the dropping resistor there. That's going to drop the voltage down to the fans, reducing like this fan to about probably 60% instead of 100. Makes it way quieter. That way it's not going to be blasting tons of cold air on the first two tubes. And that's all it had originally. That one piece of crap. This is way better cooling solution. It's going to increase the key down time immensely. I'm not going to swear to it, but in theory, low power should be unlimited keying on this unit when I'm done. That's what I'm shooting for. Low power, unlimited keying. You can get drunk, fall asleep on the key bar, that can go all night. Who cares? I wouldn't do it on high power, but low power I think is going to be good. We'll be testing the key down on low power too later in the show. Well, that's it for Psychotech Labs today. Where the psychos go. Catch me later.